In the Week in Review from the Ingraham angle segment tonight, there are just 3 Republicans on Capitol Hill supporting President Obama's stimulus bill. Senators Arlen Specter, Olympia Snowe, and Susan Collins. A few days ago, Senator Specter showed up on Laura's syndicated radio show.
Is it nice to be wined and dined at the White House, and you're treated pretty well when you're a Republican bucking other Republicans, right, Senator?
Now let's get off it, Laura. I'm not drinking any wine at the White House, and I don't dine at the White House. The president wants to talk to me. I talk to him, and I make my own independent judgment. Don't give me the wine and dine baloney, young lady.
Wow. Joining us now from Washington is Fox News analyst Laura Ingraham. You know, I'd never call you young lady because I'd be accused of being a sexist. We'll get to that.
Bring it on.
We'll get to that in a moment.
I love it.
All right. Now, Specter.
I love it.
I had him on the Radio Factor today. And I didn't go after him the way that you did, but I did want to know, why he was breaking ranks with the GOP. And his basic, and I think he's a sincere guy, Specter. I don't think he's a phony. His basic thing was he's scared. He's scared. That's what it came down to.
That's great leadership. Act out of fear.
That's what Bush did too, Laura, and you like President Bush.
Yeah, which is part of the reason why we're in this mess, Bill. This is what happens when you're one of the Republicans who is sticking it in the face of fiscal conservatism. You get invited to the White House Super Bowl party. He was the only Republican there, Bill. I brought that up at the end of my interview where I went substantive with him, point after point. How is this thing growing jobs? How do you even claim that this is going to have any stimulative effect to the economy? And we went to the last question because I think it's important. I think it's important that the charm offensive is being used by the White House and to some effect. I mean,
but do you think he sold out? Do you think Specter sold out for a Super Bowl party?
Well, my point is you're popular. You're the most popular person in the mainstream media for a day or for a week. And it's very, very seductive, Bill. There are a lot of people seduced by power and by popularity in Washington, D.C.
But he's a crusty guy, Specter, ex-prosecutor and all that.
Yeah,
but I really want to get you. Look, because I had him on my show and you had him on your show. I really want to know.
Yeah.
Do you think that Arlen Specter sold out for headlines and a Super Bowl party?
I think he sold out the country, Bill. And while he did that, he had no problem hanging out and watching the Super Bowl with President Obama. Why do you think President Obama invited him to the Super Bowl party? Just because he picked his name out of a hat?
No, the Pittsburgh Steelers were in the game. Maybe he wanted to. But look, I'm going to say that I think
Rick Santorum
Specter
wasn't invited.
I'm going to disagree with you and say I think Specter voted his conscience. Now, I don't know. Well, you might be right.
Bill, why would Specter claim, he said, well, I'm all for, I was for John McCain's plan, but I had to do what was right for the country. If you're for John McCain's plan, then do what John McCain did.
He's scared that the whole thing is going to collapse and fast. That's what he said.
Well, Bill, you can think that Arlen Specter's voting his conscience. I don't know what he's doing, but what I would prefer is for Arlen Specter just to say, look, I'm a liberal Republican. I think my state's liberal, and I'm just going to go along with what Obama says. When he says the sky is falling,
I can't read anybody's mind, but I'm going to, give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, he called you young lady. Now, you know me, I'm a sexist and an ageist, with Helen Thomas and the feminist groups after me now and all of that. Now, did you get contacted by the feminist groups? Are they demanding that Senator Specter apologize to you for calling you young lady?
Yeah, silly question. Of course they didn't, and I wouldn't care if they did or not. I was flattered by the young lady. It doesn't bother me one bit. Goes right off my back. But Bill, I need to take issue with you I think you called Helen Thomas. You were joking, but you used you said she was a wicked witch of the East.
No, I didn't. I said her voice is like the Wicked Witch.
Okay. But I've got to stand up for Helen Thomas. The Wicked Witch of the East. The Wicked Witch of the East was killed by Dorothy's house. Remember, it fell in her body?
Yeah, but she lives in D.C. That's why I had to do that.
The Wicked Witch of the West was the one who melted with the water. So get your Wizard of Oz culture quiz.
According to the Ingraham angle, I insulted the Good Witch.
Yes, the Wizard of.
So now,
come on, you got to get your witches right.
The witch people are going to get me.
Hey, Bill, here's the deal. Helen Thomas is never taken to the mat for calling them so-called terrorists, Al-Qaeda, so-called terrorists. You know, she said the most hateful things about the Bush administration over the years. That's what she does, and she's never called the carpet on it.
So you're not mad at me?
Bill, again, if you want to play in the big leagues, then you better be willing to. It's going to get rough at times, and you know, I think I've called her worse on my radio show, and you know, it's heavy-handed, and sometimes I slap myself, but come on, I get called a lot worse.
I think Senator Specter should apologize for calling you young lady. I thought that was a little condescending.
Keep it coming. No problem.
Laura,